Hi folks, Gamerbug here again, and once again we are playing the Black Death, and we're going to have a look at the Militia in the 0.12 The Long Night update. So here's my Militia fella just here, and he looks quite cool, gotta say. And overridingly, just going to get it off the bat, I actually like this class. It's pretty good. It's not a blacksmith, but nothing's a blacksmith apart from a blacksmith, but it is actually a pretty cool class. So what's good about this class? So let's just dive in and let's have a look at the skills he's got. So actually before we do, I want to bring up something else. Now that the days reset, so if you look in the top corner there, you can see my days are on 12 that I've been alive. Down here, these things as well all reset, and the Militia starts with less carry weight than any class I think so far, with the exception potentially of the Beggar, which is really crappy. They start with 65, I think everyone else starts with 70 or thereabouts. So even with plus 54, and I don't think I get much to this anymore now. That hasn't actually, you know, that's not going to go any higher. I think I was on 125, 129 with a different class, or two of them or something. But anyway, you know, worth noting they can't carry a great deal. So as I say, let's jump into the skills. So what skills have we got in here? So we've got nothing in tools, so they've got basic beggar tools. Nothing in housing, so it's whatever you learned as a beggar or a peasant. And food wise, it's one thing plus whatever you've had as a beggar. Some things don't again make sense. There's no consistency. There are peasant class skills that I've got as a Militia, but not all of them, so it's still a bit weird, and it's like they're giving you skills for free. However, overridingly, what's good about this class? Well, that doesn't work at the minute, so that's not a good start. It's food that they can make. You just need a couple of berry seeds, I think, to do it, and a fire. But whenever I've tried to do it, the top ingredient, I don't even know if I can do it now. Let me have a look. Let me show you food. This one here will automatically fill out the same as anything else when you try and make it. And this one, no matter what you try and do or how many berry seeds you've got in your inventory, will not fill. They're supposed to be fixing it, so it'd be interesting to see if they do or when they do. But at the minute, that's actually a useless skill until they fix it. So make it the last skill you ever get. There's plenty of food that you've already got, so you can just make that anyway. So all of this is from the... Actually, you know what? I've just looked closely here, and they've got none of the peasant cooking skills. They've only got the beggar's cooking skills, whereas the last class I was, monk, had all of the peasant cooking skills, so fair enough. Medical wise, they've got the plague cure, the gauze or swab, sorry, cotton swab, that's what they've got, and they can learn bandage, and that's actually really powerful, and probably too powerful in some ways for this class, but it does make it a really cool class. So good skill. 2 points though to open it up, and you have to craft thread, so it's 2 pieces of cotton, but that will restore about half your hit points, if not a bit more, so they're really good. There's a shield. I crafted it. It looked quite cool. It hangs too low on your... Let's move over into the light here. It hangs too low on the character's back, so it hangs oddly. I can't bring a cursor up, rather annoyingly. I don't think. Oh, I can here. It hangs here, sort of thing. It looks a bit strange, so that's not great. Also, it's not so bad here. Oh, I know it is. But it looks really weird when you've got... I haven't got this shield on me, but it looks really weird as you walk around, like you're really squatted down. Which I didn't quite like. I thought it was a bit strange. But, you know, all in all, not too bad. I do hope they're going to fix the lighting, by the way, because we've got this lighting in it, as you can see, it's doing nothing. So the shield's alright. Yeah, it's quite cool. They've got this, which is fantastic. Brilliant weapon. It's got... where is it? 95 damage. 95 damage. That's the same as a taper warsword, and I don't know, possibly as a German warhammer. I'm not sure which of those, whether German warhammer might be less than 95. That's massive. That's heavy damage from this weapon, and it's actually quite easy to craft because all it requires is 3 pieces of wood and 2 iron ingots. Wood's easy to get, and iron ingots, not too bad. That's probably worse because of the amount of iron ingots and wood. It's also, I think it does 45 damage, so unless you're planning on using it with a shield, not really worthwhile. They can also make an iron sword by default. They don't have to learn that. Don't know why they don't have to learn it, but they don't. Like I say, tools are same as usual. So that's great. That's okay. It looks quite cool. Not bad. It's a better than an iron sword single-handed weapon if you wanted to use the shield. So those two go nicely together. That's a weird one that you have to unlock all the skills, but fair enough. I think the other ones didn't need you to do that, but this one does. So it's quite a lengthy career to go through, but it is fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was a bad crafting, a bad profession at all. So they can learn Militia tunic. I accidentally learnt that. I really shouldn't have bothered. Do that last, because save your points up for that. It's much better and easier to make. Chainmail trousers, dead easy to make, well worth the points. I think that's 2, that's 3, might be 3 actually, I don't know. That's 2, again, really easy to make. I haven't bothered making that because I wasn't really fussed about a helmet, and also remember their carry weight's really low, so until you're about 10 days in, your carry weight's going to struggle a bit. They have to learn chainmail, which is now back in the game, which is good, and they have to learn leather, which is strange because they don't, as I'll show you now. Obviously those are all learnt. They don't have to make gambeson and padded leg armor. That's automatically there. That's still glitched, I think, the coif. I learnt leather without checking to see if leather was a skill I automatically had, as I've had that with a few classes where it's already in there and I could learn it as well. So I didn't really pay attention. I just learnt that because I had a point to learn it with. The Militia tunic takes way too much cloth to make, and I assume it's not as cool as chainmail tabard. I could be wrong. Probably have to try them both out to figure that one out. But chainmail trousers, 2 pieces of chainmail, which is 4 iron ingots, and that's so it's all quite easy to make, and that's fairly expensive and looks a bit pants. But you know what? They're all kind of cool. Everything this class has got is useful. I suppose the fact they've got 2 different sorts of armor, not sure how useful that is. Everything else about this class is useful, and that makes them really cool. And like I say, the halberd on my back is pretty awesome, if I'm honest. It looks brilliant. Now my problem with this, and I haven't used the knight class yet, so I'm sure I'll figure this out, is that it does less damage than a flamberge, whatever, and there's no real reason it should. It's a big whopping poleaxe. It should do tons of damage, probably more than that. So it shouldn't be equal to the taper warsword, which is a single-handed weapon. It should be equivalent to the flamberge, I think. My personal opinion there, definitely. But it is really cool. I do like it. And yeah, I like this class. I think they're pretty cool. I didn't like the carry weight thing, but other than that, I do really like this class. I think they are very cool. Let's get some food. And yeah, I'd say if you're going to head down the knight thing, they're fairly self-sufficient. The only thing they haven't got is they can't repair. But then again, the blacksmith can't make that whopping great halberd. That said, the blacksmith can make a flamberge, which is much better. I don't know. I wish that maybe the blacksmith couldn't make that weapon. Maybe the top thing they should be able to make is the taper warsword, and this and that double-handed sword should both have the same damage, in my opinion, if not a little bit, maybe 5 more on this. But beyond that, it's got a special ability of kick, which, if I'm perfectly honest, I've never used. I guess we could pop outside and maybe try and use it. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm going to blur this or just cut away, so probably be back in a second. Right, so we're outside and let's see if we can find somebody to twock. there should be night bandits about. Now the worst thing about these night bandits is, I think any of the bandits, if they've got like swords or axes, your armor does nothing. I mean literally nothing. So I've got to be careful. I'm going to end up dead. And if it gets too bad, I'm just going to peg it out of here. I mean, I've got a fair amount of hit points. And I know normally these videos I just stay inside, but it's a fairly short video, this one, because it is a really, really good class. I really like them. They're strong. Yeah, they can't carry too much. Probably should just get that out while I'm at it, actually. But beyond that, I think they're a damn good class. They are probably, well, they're definitely as enjoyable as a peasant, which I know it sounds strange, but I actually, oh, here we go. Someone just popped in over there. Go around me, oh. So I'm going to show you this is a pretty impressive thing, but I want to try and see if I can kick him.
Well, I never.
Yeah, I can. Okay, let's see if that works. Well, not managed to connect with it. Oh my!
You must be lost.
No, that missed. No, it doesn't seem to actually connect with him at all, so I'm going to have to just kill him. Actually, that didn't connect either. See what I mean about the damage? Alright, so I'm just going to use that bandage. Which pretty much put me on 4 health there. I'll lose all that stuff, thank you. So, yeah, that kick doesn't work. I mean, it works, it looks funky, but it doesn't actually work. Oh, there's another dude over there. Maybe we can get it to work on him. Let's have a look.
Got some fresh meat here.
Right, so he should swing. No, that did nothing. As you can see, it did nothing.
You'll fit in my cooking pot once I finish chopping you up.
Why do they want to eat me? No, that does nothing.
Chop.
But, as I say, that skill's not very good, but overridingly, they're a very, very good class. Self-sufficient, yeah, you probably are going to have to make a few of their halberds or something to stick in a box, but overridingly, they're a really cool class. I like them a lot, and I seriously suggest people having a try of them. They are not as good as a blacksmith because they can't repair stuff. That's probably carry a bit less. And can't make silver ingots, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, I like what they've got. Their armour looks pretty cool. I'll try the knight next and see how cool he is. They're better than monks. They're better than merchants. They're better than beggars, obviously. So, yeah, really, really good class. I advise any of you, try this one out. He's really, really cool. So, thank you for watching. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, Gamerbug out.